Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dalsan TV, Somalia's premier station for news and updates. I'm your presenter, Ifrah Noor, and these are the top stories that made our headlines for the day. Residents in Garowe town begin to flee their homes as political tensions loom. Heavy rainfall displaces inhabitants of Hudur town as homes remain marooned. Somalia and ATMIS agree to bolster relief efforts for El Niño victims and fight against Al-Shabaab. Welcome back, dear viewers. Now let's delve into the full bulletin. Residents of Garowe town, the administrative capital of Puntland regional state, have begun fleeing the town over impending clashes between pro-opposition troops and forces loyal to the government. The residents say that they were afraid for their lives after the opposition and government deployed troops to the town. Our reporter has more on the story.
Residents of Garowe town, the administrative capital of Puntland regional state, have begun fleeing the town over impending clashes between pro-opposition troops and forces loyal to the government. The residents say they were afraid for their lives after opposition and government deployed troops to the town. On Sunday morning, military vehicles armed to the teeth flooded the streets of Garowe town as opposition candidates accused embattled State President Said Abdullahi Deni of marshalling elite forces from Bosaso to the town. Reports have it that opposition allied forces have barricaded several neighborhoods in the town, curtailing movement of people and vehicles. The two warring factions held positions near Adun Hotel, but vacated their bases following intervention from the clan elders. This development comes a day after State President Said Abdullahi Deni called for dialogue with the opposition umbrella over the electoral and political standoff to avert possible resurgence of violence witnessed in the town in June this year that led to the death of 30 people, mostly civilians entangled in the crossfire.
Residents of Hudur town in Badkol region, southwest state, have been left displaced following heavy downpour that pounded the area in recent days. Photos that have sufficed online show the residents being evacuated from their homes that have begun submerged by floods to higher grounds.
Residents of Hudur town in Badkol region, southwest state, have been displaced following heavy downpour that pounded the area in recent days. Photos that have surfaced online show the residents being evacuated from their homes that have been submerged by floods to higher grounds. Local officials and humanitarian aid workers in the town have extended emergency evacuation to the residents. These months come after communities living in the area and across the country struggled to survive in the worst drought conditions that have depleted crops and decimated livestock and even claimed human lives. Flash floods that have begun in early October have resulted in the death of 50 people and displaced hundreds of thousands of others. According to the Somalia National Disaster Management Agency, heavy rainfall that have caused flash floods and landslides in several parts of the country.
Special representation of the African Union Commission chairperson and head of ATMIS, Ambassador Suf Mohamed El Amin, on Saturday held meeting with Somalia's Minister for Interior, Federal Affairs and Reconciliation, Ahmed Fiqi. They discussed a range of issues, including the current humanitarian crisis in the country as a result of the ongoing El Niño weather phenomena. Our reporter Abdirahman has more on the story.
Special representative of the Africa Union Commission chairman and head of ATMIS, Ambassador Saif Mohamed El Amin, on Saturday held a meeting with Somalia's Minister for Interior, Federal Affairs and Reconciliation, Ahmed Fiqi. They discussed a range of issues, including the current humanitarian crisis in the country as a result of ongoing El Niño weather phenomenon, the execution of ATMIS mandate in Somalia, and the national reconciliation and stabilization of areas liberated from Al-Shabaab were also brought to the fore in the meeting. The special representative of the Africa Union Commission chairperson underlined the significance of collaboration between the ministry and ATMIS on reconciliation, social cohesion, and stabilization. Mr. El Amin underscored the Africa Union Transition Mission in Somalia unwavering commitment to coordinate better with the government, especially in the ongoing relief efforts for flood-affected families across the country, and support by the peace mission in areas under the jurisdiction. On his part, Minister Fiqi reiterated the government commitment to defeating Al-Shabaab and maintaining a strong grip of the areas recovered from the group.
Dear viewers, that's all we have prepared for you today. Kindly stay connected to Dalsan TV platforms and we wish you a lovely evening.